Hey everybody, it's Dylan Seeley here from Independence Village of Oxford. I'm here with my friend.
Yep, Don Medici with Oxford Township Parks and Recreation.
It's kind of crazy, summer flew by us. It's weird to think that we're already in September, but Dawn and I've got a lot of great things to tell you about, as well as we have a special guest coming up that it's really her moment to brag about what she does and the organization that she works with and is kind of in charge of. So we're really excited to talk about that. So Dawn, what are some things you guys have coming up?
Well, this fall and going into winter, we're currently in still phase 5 of the governor's Michigan Safe Start Plan, and our facility will not be open until we get into phase 6. So we're really limited going into the fall and winter months as it gets colder outside and what we can do outside. But we still currently have some things going on outdoors. We have Tai Chi, we have line dancing, and our walking club is still out and about, and these are all weather permitting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys continue to stay optimistic and have that outdoors is really going to give people a chance to enjoy the weather, you know, see the leaves change and still have that camaraderie. You know, maybe they got to bundle up a little bit, but that's okay.
Right. So as those start then to conclude, we are doing some Zoom classes. We've had some instructors come forward and say that they want to offer things via Zoom. We have a woodworking class, or a wood carving class, I should say, where it's going to be via Zoom. So if you're interested in wood carving, please give the Parks and Recreation a call. But going into middle of September and then in October, we are looking at doing parking lot bingo again.
Awesome. Well, that was a good success the first time. I'm excited.
Yep. So we're going to be offering one in the morning and then one in the evening in September and then the same in October. So we have that to look forward to.
Are you guys going to be providing any like cider, hot chocolate, or anything like that during there?
We are looking to provide some things that would be easy packaged goods that we can give to the guests that participate. With all of the COVID guidelines, we want to make sure that we are playing it safe. So.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah, very similar to you guys. Us at the Village, we're still trying to do those things outdoors, get our residents involved as well as the community best that we can. Again, with the executive order, it kind of makes it tough, but we're here to remain optimistic and help as many people as we possibly can and continue to be as involved as we possibly can with the seniors within our community as well as those out and about in the Oxford Township. So we're excited.
Well, I hear today that you have brought a special guest with you today.
I did.
And tell us a little bit about our guest.
Wonderful. So I actually I've invited Carole Carroll. She's she kind of runs Mircle Quilts. That's again the organization I talked about last time, where they make, it's a wonderful group of ladies, and they put together these quilts and they donate them to drawing a blank on the specific hospital here, but I'm excited for Carole to talk about that and really just brag about what they do, because they've been an impact in the Oxford community for so long that sometimes that we don't give those people enough credit, and we're here to showcase that and the great things that they do. So
it sounds like a great program.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we'll be right back with our guest, Carole Carroll. Carole Carroll.
Boom.
Thank you.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, pet them, care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture, you can jump, yell, you can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. 'Cause we're connected.
Welcome back. We have our special guest with us, Carole Carroll with Mircle Quilts. So welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. Mircle Quilts is a local Oxford project. We started 11 years ago. We are so proud to have made and delivered over 8,600 quilts to our veterans in the hospitals, nursing homes, to our critically wounded that are overseas. We are a community-based program, totally volunteer. Everything that we have made has been donated, time and donations of materials. We have been very fortunate. We have a partner in Independence Village. This project would not be what it is without Independence Village. They've given us a place to meet every month. They have supported us with an annual quilt show. They've even given me a closet and storage space. We incorporate the seniors. The seniors come down, and according to their abilities, they do volunteer work, and some of them even do homework for me up in their rooms at night. They hand sew. So whatever they can do, we ask them to participate.
Now, how many people do you have outside of Independence Village that come to assist in this project?
I'm guessing close to like 100 in the Tri-County area, but we have people, we're in 11 states now, and we have people I have a gal in the UP. So you don't have to be local. That's what's nice about our group is we have no meetings, no dues, and I don't tell you how many community service hours you have to put in 1 year. We have a lot of snowbirds. Some people take their stuff to Florida and get other people involved. You do what you want to do on your own time. If you absolutely hate hand sewing, I'm not going to ask you to do that. We meet at Independence Village post the virus. We will be there on the second Saturday of the month. We're there from 10 to 3. There's no sign-in. You can come for a half hour. At 10:30, we do news announcements, and then we do show and tell. People, whatever they've completed that month, they tend to show what they've done, and everybody oohs and ahs.
Oh, that's great.
We also have kits available that you can take home and work on. You sign them out. If it's been more than like a year or a year and a half, I will contact you, but there's no real critical timeline on it. Other people use their own stash. Quilters store stuff, or maybe they're at Joann's or another place and they see some fabric on sale. Oh, I want to do this.
They got to grab it and take it.
Take it. One of the things that we do, I will brag about this. Mircle Quilts of Michigan is the #1 contributor of quilts to Walter Reed in Bethesda, Maryland. We also make things for the children's unit in the pediatric department. They have a neurocranial clinic and an infusion department for the kids.
Wow,
that's great.
So we
huge.
make quilts. Every month we ship about 50 kids' pillowcases down there, and then we actually make pocket pillows where we put books inside the pocket on the side, and the kids can actually carry it around.
How long have you guys been doing the pediatric portion of that?
Just about a year.
Okay.
And they call me because the kids just love the pillows.
Love that.
And I do not take any donations of used books. Everything we send down to Walter Reed has to be brand new materials because of
that.
germs and that type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. How did Mircle Quilts start? Where did the idea spawn from? And
It's a long
from there to now, where'd you get there?
I'm part of Desert Angel, which is a local group that sends care boxes over to our troops that are in the sandbox. And one day, Louise Downs sent me an email. I'll never forget it. This was like 12 years ago, and it was a young man from Louisiana. He was 21. They drove over a bomb, and he literally lost half of his face and his vision.
Wow.
And I still think of him when I get up in the morning. His name was Hunter Levine, and I contacted his dad and made him a quilt and sent it to him. And I kept thinking, I love doing the packing parties, but I love sewing. I love the feeling that you get when you're given a quilt. And I contacted Louise, and the biggest thing was finding a facility. I had no money at the beginning of this project. I still don't, but to a place that had power and electrical cords. And Louise, at that time, was taking care of a gentleman in Independence. She was a companion. And she said, why don't you approach Laura Ashley, who's the activity still there. Never forget the look on her face when I asked her if we could come in and meet. And she said yes, and I said it would be an additional activity for the seniors. And even the ones that can't participate, they might come down in their wheelchairs, and then we always have the coffee pot on, we have treats. And they'll tell, oh, my grandmother was a quilter, or my mother was, or my husband was a veteran.
Right.
So someday I'd like to write a book about my experiences. I've got some great stories about the seniors over at Independence. So
What a great outlet for them, you know.
it is. It's
out.
no pressure.
Right,
You come down, and if you can't do it, just sit down and talk.
right.
Yeah.
Good fellowship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I tell a real quick story?
Please, yeah, please do.
One day we were down sewing, and I mean, we have maybe 30 sewing machines, and you can hear the buzz of people talking. This gentleman, he's passed away, his name was Rex, and he always came down with a straw hat on. And he came down and he said, do you think you could fix my pants? I got a hole in my pants. We said, sure, Rex, you can take your, we can fix your pants. He starts taking his pants off right in the middle of the room.
Oh, no.
And we go, Rex, hold the phone. You have to go back to your room and change and come back down. And he did, and we fixed his pants for him.
I love that.
That's
So
awesome.
I have some great stories about Independence. I'm truly, you have no idea how appreciative I am of Independence Village, because we run by the skin of our teeth. Cotton that goes into the fabric for the quilts has gone up maybe 70% in the past 2 years.
Wow.
So a twin size quilt is running maybe $150 to make right now. And I am a shopper. I tell people I have a PhD in shopping. I buy wholesale. If Joann's has a fabulous sale, I might do 5 or 6 Joann's in 3 days. So I'm really good about that and buying quality products. And it's too bad we have an annual show in June at Independence, where we have usually between 700 and 800 quilts on display.
Wow.
Yeah.
But because of the virus, we are unable to do that this year.
I know we tried to do a virtual portion of that, which was huge. I remember the first time I met you was actually right on the front patio, and all your quilters were there and all the quilts, and it was really incredible to see you guys just in your element, working and telling stories and showing off the work you put forward.
We even had
awesome.
2 veterans that were local veterans that were recipients of our quilts that came and they talked for the video. That'll be on at a later date.
Yep, that'll be on at a later date.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. So again, so you started there. Where do you see Mircle Quilts in the next couple of years? In your ideal world?
God willing, I would love to get a facility where I could set up sewing machines and have them all the time and store. Right now, I've rented a storage locker indoor. It is packed to the ceiling. You're not supposed to have it up to the ceiling. It is.
Shh, that's our secret.
You don't know where it is. Because there's so many quilts, and they've been home with the virus, all they do is sew. And then they'll call me, like I went up to Imlay City on Saturday and picked up like 25 quilts.
Wow.
That a guild had done, at this time I can't deliver them. And the storage is really becoming critical.
Okay, so when you do deliver, how do you get those down there? Is there people that do the run, or is there just you?
Well, I've been driving, and then in December, I picked up a guardian angel. His name is Vito Anthony from Rochester. He's a builder. Since 2005, Vito has been going down to Walter Reed, and he puts on a Christmas party for the critically wounded at Walter Reed.
I love that.
God bless him. Vito shipped 150 quilts for us, and he had the luncheon. He also individually presented the quilts to the veterans. And one of my stories, he came back on a Thursday and he goes, Carol, I've been home for an hour, I had to call you. He said that he went into the psych ward. I can't believe they let him in there. And one guy was in a chair, non-communicative, just sat. He opened up the quilt, put it around him, and the veteran, started talking and smiling.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
I know, I get goosebumps every time I tell that story. He said the doctors couldn't believe it. So there's a lot of love that goes in those quilts, and when people open them up, they get the feeling like what has
Yeah.
gone into them.
That's
There's
incredible.
many, many hands that go into
A lot of
each
hands in the pot,
quilt, yeah.
for sure. So say somebody wants to get involved and help with the shipping, how would they go about doing that?
They can contact me. My phone number is 248-321-8669. I'm always looking for corporate sponsors that would like to ship quilts. I ship over to a field hospital in Afghanistan. Now, this is where our critically wounded are put on a cot on those paper napkin things, and they actually cover the guys with our quilts. I also ship over to Landstuhl, Germany, where the Fisher House is, and I like to ship the bigger ones over there because if you're laying down, you don't want to be laying with a small quilt. Shipping is a killer. I just shipped 2 cases of quilts to Walter Reed. They present Mircle Quilts to the medevacs that come in with the critically wounded, and I had talked to them and they said they were down to 2 quilts.
Wow.
So I bit the bullet, dug out some big ones and shipped them down there.
Great.
They know, I mean, we are like their prime donor.
I love that.
I'm very proud to say that out of all the people that donate to Walter Reed, to be the #1 donor in the United States.
That's
To
incredible.
Walter Read.
Now, what if somebody is a quilter and wants to get involved in helping quilt?
They can call me, again, at that number, and then, can I talk about Saturday?
Sure.
Yeah.
Saturday, we will be at the Oxford Library Pavilion, which is outdoors, 503 Pontiac Street, from 10 to 12. I don't care if it's raining or sunny, we will be there. We will have kits there. I will have information sheets. We are not meeting at this time. You take it and go, and I'm a 501c3, so if you are providing your own materials, I can give you a tax form and you could write them off.
Okay.
Or I have stuff that you can do. If you're a beginner and might be something I'm interested in getting involved with, you could do pillowcases, you could do stuff for the kids, pocket pillows. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff for you to sign out and you take home. And again, it's this Saturday, rain or shine, from 10 to 12.
Okay. And then
Perfect.
that's at the Powell Lake Township Park.
Right, 503 Market Street, I'm sorry, Pontiac
Pontiac.
Pontiac Street, which is adjacent to the Oxford Public
Library.
Library.
And I'll have signs out on the street, you'll see us, and
Can't miss you.
no, you won't miss us. This Saturday only, and then we'll take your name and email, and when we get any indication of getting back together, we meet, like I said, the second Saturday of the month at Independence, and then usually we meet the third Thursday at the Oxford Public Library. But you don't have to come. If you have a big machine and you can't cart it, you can work at home. It's totally up to you on how you
I
want
like
to
that.
participate.
I like how free it is.
Yes.
You know, it's nonchalant. Do your work, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. And I think that's why we're so successful. And again, you can go to YouTube and type in Mircle Quilt Show, and you'll see one of our past shows at Independence Village and the beautiful work that's done. And this project was started in honor of Private First Class Joseph Mircle from Ortonville. Joe was 22, serving in Afghanistan when Joe was killed. So every quilt that we make, every trip I make for a delivery, everything we do is for Joe and the sacrifice that he made for us to live in a free country. We'll never forget. God bless Joe and his family.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's very good to hear that we have you and those around you to help support this project. I mean, it's an amazing project.
Yeah.
A lot of talent, a lot of time, and a lot of love, I think, goes into it. And I thank you
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
for doing this and getting those quilts out to those throughout our country.
Yeah.
And if you know a local veteran that is maybe, suffering from an illness or has been in the hospital, please feel free to contact me and we'll get you a quilt.
Okay.
Awesome. I love that.
I'll put it on the porch,
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
contactless.
Awesome. So do you have any last words, kind of say anybody out there kind of about Mircle
I
Quilts?
just want to thank the volunteers. I'm here by myself, but I have a team of workers that are unbelievable, we work all week long, even though we're in lockdown, we've been working the entire time getting ready, like for Saturday,
Right.
and getting ready for the delivery. And as soon as that, we get the okay, then I'll be on the road again delivering the quilts.
Perfect.
In Michigan and going down to Walter
Everywhere.
Reed and that.
That's great.
I love that. Well, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it. And
Thank you for letting us
Yeah.
get the word out.
And if
absolutely.
anybody has any additional questions or want to get involved or volunteer, please reach out to Carole Carroll or Independence
Yep.
Village or
Give us a call.
Oxford Township Parks and Recreation, and we will provide you the information that you need.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Carol. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be right back.
We're back, and wow, that was great. I'm glad Carol could make it here. That was incredible.
It was awesome to hear all about Mircle Quilts and how dedicated this group is in providing our veterans and those in need with these quilts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge impact that they make, and not just here, but overseas in Germany and Afghanistan. It's incredible.
It's incredible, and it's such a shame that because of COVID this year, they weren't able to
Yeah.
get together in June for their show.
The show, yeah.
So I think if anybody is interested in donating your time or maybe some funding or materials, because they are a
501c, yep.
Please feel free to reach out to Oxford Township Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, or even us here at Independence Village. We'll point you in the right direction. Carol's information was earlier on the show, but if not, we can definitely get that to you. So.
Yeah, because I'm sure this group would love to get as many donations as possible.
Yeah, get the help that they need so they can provide the help that they offer.
Yes, so,
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Senior Breaks, Senior Moments, and looking forward to it.
take care.
See ya.